Hi, welcome to my demo of HTML5. This is tutorial 4. This deals with the drawing of a 3D cube. I'm Keystore over here and I'm going to demonstrate you today on how to build that. The 3D cube simulation will finally look like this. Okay, so there are several parts to this. It's not just like the circle example where things just move in front. This tint glass, remember I tried to put a glass GLASS effect over around here, and if you put a white you might see that slight tint over. There is also a shadow color around over here, and yes, this is moving forward. Note, I expect you to see the previous demos before coming into here. This is tutorial 1, 2 and 3 before moving to tutorial 4. Now straight jumping into the code. Step 1. As usual, the standard text I have over here, frames per second code, width and height. Width and height of, here is the items to retrieve that. I'm calling one main functions to draw an outer canvas. Then there is printf, the frames per second coding. Draw the canvas first, alter canvas. Redraw I'm going to explain soon. Step 1, what I'm trying to do is, this function will not be used, okay. Now what I'm trying to do is create a linear gradient x comma y, x1 comma y1, okay. So it's kind of like this, where x comma y is here and I'm trying to draw it over here. Oh wow. So this is 0 comma 300 to 300 comma 0. So we want the linear gradient to fall like that. There are color stops over here. I'll explain you the syntax. I'm stopping right here and then I want the next color to start right here. So obviously this is red and this is black, okay. To build this gradient, first again your standard code, I've given it a shadow color of white. This is not visible right now, I'll explain you soon. A shadow blur of 5, okay, that's why the little blur comes in up, and the global alpha of 1 so that you can actually see it happen. Next, create linear gradient from 0 to 300, 300 to 0, 2 color stops. For second parameter is what color you want it to start and stop at. This is 0 to 1, so from 0 to 0.8 I would prefer it black, from then on 0.99, but that depends on how much area I've selected, so that's the reason why you see less black and more red. The canvas is drawn in a rectangular frame, okay, canvas based on the browser width and height. So that's why you see this part is the first 0.88, 0.8 and this is 0.9, okay. And then you fill it style. This is a style parameter. Now I have created a linear gradient and I fill the rectangle with the width and height and so forth, the reason why you are seeing the whole screen. Next, step 2. Now what do we want to build a cube? First of all is to extract a section like this out of that linear gradient, okay. To do that, remember we just fill the rectangle, rather get exactly the section you want, 100, 100, 300, 300, okay. Then you will get this block that is from the gradient that was starting from here, right? The red gradient, you get the little piece of chunk from here. So if you notice there is a white tint, there is a bug in Chrome, so you won't be able to see this white because the value is 5 or less, the shadow color, shadow blur, okay. Otherwise else you will be able to see in any other browser. So that white tint, as of now it's present to give the flow, okay. Next, before I show you to step 3 which you have seen initially, this draw function has not changed. It's the redraw that has everything. ctx.isPointInPath, okay. The two main functions was create linear gradient and add color stop. Note, clear linear gradient has x comma y, x1 comma y1, and add color stop has 2 parameters, from where do you stop the color to and what is the color. That's it. I guess that's simple. Next is pointing path. Remember in the previous tutorial I would have said that there is an issue where I'll not be able to stop an animation happening on a canvas, so I need some stoppage point. Over here this is not used, that's the reason we are not drawing some line or something. And next is global alpha. Don't set this to 1, it doesn't seem to work. So 0.99 seems to work with global alpha. So I'm going to stop at when the alpha reaches 0.99. The reason is to give that effect where the box comes out. It just feels as if it comes out of here. It makes a simulation of a cube. I am just incrementing the global alpha, which I have set to 0 now, not 1. Okay, I'm just incrementing it slowly. Next is a transform. Transform is a simple. Skew, I'm leaving it 0 0. Scale, remember scale of 1 means it's going to be of the same size. Translate x and y is to move x and y axis one by one. So that will give you the movement from here to here. Okay, and that depends on where the gradient stops at, so that it looks like a cube. And I would fill the same position. Remember, you are transforming it doesn't mean the position of the rectangle where you are going to paint is going to be different now. You are going to paint the same location. The browser takes care of transforming it. And yes, voila, let's see step 3, and it renders perfectly. Frames per second code comes later on because it takes time to do some things, and then yeah, it will display the frame per second. Thank you for watching this demo. This is Keys2 over here. All code is available at https://sites.google.com/site/keys2. Thank you for watching.